The Spiritual Warrior. Journey to Ixtlan. A warrior proceeds strategically. A warrior is an immaculate hunter who hunts power. A warrior is guided by their unbending purpose and can fend off anything. It is of no use to be sad and complain and feel justified in doing so, believing that someone is always doing something to us. Nobody is doing anything to anybody. The mood of a warrior calls for control over themselves, and at the same time it calls for abandoning themselves. A warrior makes their own mood. A warrior is a hunter. They calculate everything. That's control. But once their calculations are over, they act. They let go. That's abandon. A warrior is not a leaf at the mercy of the wind. No one can push them. No one can make them do things against themselves or against their better judgment. A warrior is tuned to survive, and they survive in the best of all possible fashions. For a warrior, there is nothing offensive about the acts of their fellow men, as long as they themselves are acting within the proper mood. A warrior never turns their back to power without atoning for the favors received. What determines the way one does anything is personal power. A person is only the sum of their personal power, and that sum determines how we live and how we die. Personal power is a feeling, something like being lucky, or one may call it a mood. Personal power is something that one acquires regardless of one's origin. Personal power can be used, and it is possible to store it. Hunting power is a very strange affair. There is no way to plan it ahead of time. That's what's exciting about it. A warrior proceeds as if they had a plan, though, because they trust their personal power. They know for a fact that it will make them act in the most appropriate fashion. A warrior acts as if they knew what they were doing, when in effect, they know nothing. A warrior is impeccable when they trust their personal power, regardless of whether it is small or enormous. Power has the peculiarity of being unnoticeable when it is being stored. The most difficult part about the warrior's way is to realize that the world is a feeling. There is no way to escape the doing of our world, so what a warrior does is turn their world into their hunting ground. As a hunter, a warrior knows that the world is made to be used, so they use every bit of it. A warrior is like a pirate that has no qualms in taking and using anything they want, except that the warrior doesn't mind, or they don't feel insulted when they are used and taken themselves. When they have to act with their fellow men, a warrior follows the doing of strategy. And in that doing, there are no victories or defeats. In that doing, there are only actions. All of us, whether or not we are warriors, have a cubic centimeter of chance that pops out in front of our eyes from time to time. The difference between an average person and a warrior is that the warrior is aware of this, and one of their tasks is to be alert, deliberately waiting, so that when their cubic centimeter pops out, they have the necessary speed and the prowess to pick it up. Chance, good luck, personal power, or whatever you may call it, is a peculiar state of affairs. It is like a very small stick that comes out in front of us and invites us to pluck it. Usually we are too busy, or too preoccupied, or just too stupid and lazy to realize that that is our cubic centimeter of luck. A warrior, on the other hand, is always alert and tight, and has the spring and the gumption necessary to grab it. Only as a warrior can one survive the path of knowledge, because the art of a warrior is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonder of being alive. Thanks for watching. See you next time.